The natural cause of overvoltage, that is basically because of a lightning which occurs in a power system. So whenever the lightning occurs, we know that the huge amount of voltage will be generated that will damage my power system. When this enters into power system, that will act as a over voltage in a power system, right? So this lightning phenomena is a peak discharge in which charge is accumulated in the clouds, discharged into the neighboring clouds or to the ground. So these are basically because of the charges which is present in the cloud. So that we'll see here how the charge will be formed within the cloud. The next topic we'll see that. So before that, what is the reason for this lightning phenomena? Okay, that is because the lightning phenomena is a peak discharge. It has very peak voltages which has been discharged where the charge accumulated within the clouds will discharge to the neighboring cloud or to the ground. If and if the charge is very high, the charge will discharge to the neighboring cloud. If your potential is very high and it is near to the ground, then it will discharge to the ground. So that we'll see with respect to, once again, the diagram, the next topic there. And also that the electrode suppression, that is, here the electrode represents one cloud to other cloud, because within a cloud we have a charges present of a positive charge as well as a negative charge both. So if you take the cloud shape here, the positive charge will be present here as well as a negative charge will be present. So this entire positive charge will act as a one electrode and the negative charge as a another electrode. So there will be a voltage suppression will be going to happen. So whenever this positive or negative voltage will increase, the spark core will occur between these. So hence there is a electrode suppression. So that is between cloud to cloud or cloud to ground is very large. So which will be in terms of 10 kilometer. So the gap which has been shown here, it will be about 10 kilometer gap between the cloud to cloud. If I take another cloud, so here or from cloud to ground if I take, so this gap will also be a 10 kilometer, around 10 kilometer. And the mechanism of the charge formation in the cloud and the discharge is very quite complicated and which is uncertain process, which is very difficult to understand because many scientists have been given many theories and it has been proven some theories has been gone somewhere wrong and some more scientists came back and he said that so the assumption which was made in the previous scientist was limited. We have to consider a few more conditions to analyze the charge formation and the discharge of a charge within the cloud. So all that will be discussed in the this module. Okay. So what are those theories here? So we'll move on to the next topic, that is a charge formation in the clouds. So here, as I mentioned, there are many factors which contribute to the formation of or accumulation of charge in the cloud are too many and which are uncertain. So there are few reasons have been quoted here. Due to a thunderstorm which will be occurred during thunderstorm, the positive and negative charges become separated by the heavy air current. So the air current mean to say the breeze which will be flowing from the ground towards the sky, that we call as a air current here. Okay, so the charge which is formulated or the charge which is accumulated within the clouds, which will be a positive and negative charge, will be separated by the heavy air current. So I will show one video with respect to this as well as the next diagram which will be clear for you. Okay, so this will be separated by the air current with a ice crystal in the upper part and the rain in the lower part of the cloud. If you take one cloud, so in the upper part it consists of a positive charges actually, upper part of the cloud, and in the lower part of the cloud it will be a negative charge. It will be negative charge, and the upper part of the cloud will consist of a ice crystal. Usually this positive charge will be having temperature of below minus 40 degrees Celsius. So very, very low temperature. Because of that, the water droplets which will be present within the cloud, which will form as a ice crystal. So that's the reason the upper part of the cloud consists of a ice crystal, and the lower part will consist of a negative charges, which will consist of a rain, where these particles, air drops, when come near to the negative charge, what happens? This will become the weight of the water will be very high, so hence it will easily fall down to the ground, which is in the form of a rain. And the next one is the charge separation depends on the height of the cloud. So the separation of the charge, that is a positive and negative charge, or the from cloud to cloud, the separation mainly depends upon the height of the cloud, which will range from 200 to 10,000 meters. The height of the cloud will be 200 to 1,000 meters. With the charge will be having almost all 300 to 200 meters, 2 kilometer. The center of the charge within the cloud, the center of charge center will be having a distance of, say, the surrounding will be having of 300 to 2 kilometer. So that is the charge center which will be present within the cloud here. And the clouds may be have a potential of high as 10 to the power of 7 to 10 to the power of 8 volts. So the potential of charge which is present within the cloud, which will be having a high as 10 to the power of 7 to 10 to the power of 8 volts, with a field gradient ranging from 100 volts per centimeter. So within the cloud, and this will be with respect to when the cloud is having a high potential of, say, 10 kilometers per centimeter at a initial discharge point. The gradient will be initially discharged with a 10 kilovolts per centimeter. And at the last, it has been seen that the upper region of the clouds are usually positively charged, as I have shown in the diagram, and the lower region will be predominantly negative charge within the cloud. So this diagram will tell you that how actually the charge formation will be done in the cloud.